work with millers. So really, the millers are the heart of the program. They're the ones who are the maize and the wheat and whatever else, the foods are coming to them, right? So they have to be, they're the first stopgap measure in regards to ensuring it's safe, right? They're not handling aflatoxin maize. There's no point of fortifying something that is unsafe. So the first thing is that we have to really, as I said in the beginning, applaud the millers because they're the first stopgap measure, right? But we also have to recognize that because they're doing this, their costs are slightly more. And so when the product hits the shelves, then the consumers are so quick to take the cheaper product or take something that is milled at the posho mill or wherever. But what they don't understand is that they're actually perhaps going for an unsafe product, right? Or one that's not adequately fortified. So the first problem is that it's expensive. And one of the things that we're then trying to do, which is why we're here, is to create awareness. The public needs to know that you need to be able to when you buy a packaged product that you're picking from the shelves that's slightly pricier, it's also one of the things that's it's safe for you, right? You're building your own health. You're building your family's health, right? Then don't forget it's expensive to operate in the current economic condition. It's very expensive. Just last year, I think they talked about 60 mills closing in the SME sector. 60 mills, that's a large number.
That is a big number,
yeah. Because cost of operations are high. So if these people are actually putting in the effort to put out that product, then the public needs to know, and the public needs to demand. They need to say what's going into our packets. They need to ask, is this safe?
Yeah.
Is it adequately fortified? That's number one. Then the second thing is the cost of installing this fortification equipment is expensive, right? It's expensive for them, especially the bigger the facility, the more expensive it is. The dosing machines, the fortificants themselves, these are expensive. And so the program is also working with different partners to be able to ensure that they receive, so for example, the dosing machines from people like partners like Sanku and them who provide that, provide the dosing machines and then provide a subsidy all throughout. We also have other partners, Mulenkemi and BSF and Bioanalyte, who are also making sure that the quality of the premix, which certificate itself, is right. And we are also working with the Ministry of Health and with this bodies to make sure that the quality of the premix, which is now the fortificant that's going into that, is good. It's good, right? So
it's a lot of industry players sort of working together to make sure that what ends up at the shelf is safe and, like you said, healthy as well and properly fortified. But now from consumer perspective as well, how, because we need to be proactive with our health, as you've said, how do I make sure that when I'm browsing the shelves, I'm also picking what's good for me? How can I be more proactive about this?
So the great thing is a lot of the things that you'll probably find on your shelves in the supermarkets have gone through the regulatory system, right? So that's the purpose of KEBS. It's to make sure that what gets on the shelves is standardized. But then we also have associations like the Cereal Millers Association that we work with, the Grain Millers Association. And so these are the industry that comes itself. So private sector comes together itself and they self-regulate, right? So for example, if a truck goes out, a truck comes into a miller and it has aflatoxin maize, then they have a mechanism where they send out messages to the wider ecosystem saying that this truck number with this registration has
aflatoxin.
Exactly, as aflatoxin maize. So that at least is being handled at that end, because as a consumer, apart from demanding that, that I need to have a safe product on the shelves, there's not too much you can do. But on the bottom of the pyramid, if you're going to the posho mills, right, which a lot of Kenyans do, you can actually ask them, you can say, is this fortified? Is it tested for aflatoxin? You can begin to ask those questions and you can actually check and see where is the dosing machine. So the dosing machine is one that does the fortification. So the dosing machine ensures that the fortificants go out equally distributed into whatever batch it is and of the right quantities. And as I said, we actually have a lot of partners who are willing to give it as a subsidized rate. So no one can then say, I can't afford, because there's a push to ensure that everybody gets it and everybody can afford it. So if you walk into a posho mill, you can actually ask, is this fortified? Where is the dosing machine? Questions like that.